So I'm here at Exeter Arena and just warming up for my next race of the season. So tonight is a BMC Regional event. It's the only BMC races I'm allowed to do because I'm not fast enough for the other ones. I'm doing an 800 tonight and I'm going to try and improve on my season best. So far I've run 2 800s. The first was 2:13.5, the second was 2:15 dead. So tonight I'm aiming for 2:11. I feel like I'm fit enough to do that. So here are my pre-race excuses. So firstly, an obvious one, but I had to drive 2 hours to get here. So that takes its toll. I mean, the drive itself, sitting down all that time. I have run some of my best times down here, but obviously if it was closer, it'd be better. The second one is, I feel a little bit run down. My lymph nodes have been swollen for a couple of weeks now, and I don't know if it's because my body's on the verge of coming down with something. I still haven't been getting enough sleep, and I've been stressed. And those two things combined have made it hard to recover between sessions. Even like right now, I feel quite tired, and I have tried to taper for this. I've not done much training since Thursday. Okay, third excuse is, for some reason, my legs are feeling really sore. Despite tapering, every day that I've rested, they've been getting more and more sore. My hamstring is starting to play up this morning. But strangely, my glute, is it glute? I think basically my bum, left side, feels sore. Feels like I've twinged it or something, but I don't remember doing that. The only thing I did was last night, I went for a jog and did 4 strides, and that was it. And it felt quite easy. I couldn't feel anything at the time, so maybe I just strained it slightly, I don't know. So that's a concern. Calves have got knots in them, which isn't great, so best case scenario of that is I don't get the full use of them. So anyway, that's my excuses. I can't think of any more at the moment. I'm going to carry on with the warm-up, try and film as much as I can of the race, and I'll have a chat with you at the end. Oh, another thing, the race I'm in is 800 metre race D, and there's only about 5 or 6 of us in the race. The pacemaker is going through the bell in about 65, which is actually a good second slower than I wanted. So the thing about it is, in an 800, you can't really get away with going slow for the first lap. Maybe in a tactical race, but if you're trying to run a time, you need to go for your first lap at whatever your target lap is. So that's usually 2 to 3 seconds quicker than your first lap. And my target would have been a low 64. So that could, if I just stick behind the pacer and you run 65, that could add sort of like a second onto my time just from that. I don't know. Anyway, let's get on with it and chat to you at the end.
Not in the reason, not in the rhyme. There was nothing other than time, other than time. Heard you passed into the night. I heard you left a shell face, staring blankly at the ceiling. And I guess I know, yet to these bodies sometimes we attach too much meaning. You were much different to the other son. Never no wanna be, and I just wanted you to know pass a little something on to you, wherever you may be. And if you hear me right now, just wanted you to know that you may be gone, you are never forgotten. Passage out, you and I will park beside the sky. Let me fly, the stakes are high. You were high, still I guess you felt the chill. We could see it creeping when I reached out for your hand. The ice is all I felt, your eyes through the ground. The way she stand, I see. You may be gone, but never forgotten. Never forgotten. Whoa. You may be gone, but never forgotten. Whoa. You may be gone, but never forgotten.
Oh, it's still recording. Okay, I finished, and again, unfortunately, that was a really bad run. So I haven't seen the official time, but I think it was about 2:14, which is really frustrating. But like I was just talking to my friend about, who also didn't have such a good run. It's just these things happen, and just because I've had 2 bad runs in a row doesn't mean I'm not fit enough to run faster. I mean, tonight, literally, even doing my drills before the race, they felt really laboured, felt really out of breath. They were rushed a bit as well because I got there a bit late, sent up the camera and things. Oh, and the other thing that happened is before the race, they decided to mix the D race, which was my race, with the C race, which was a slightly faster race, which at first I thought, oh, that's good. That's a good idea, because they had 2 pacemakers. One was 65, which was my race, and one was 63, and I was like, well, I want to run 64, so actually if I stop myself in the middle, it should be fine. Well, that's in theory, but the gun went, and within like 50 meters, I was just like, no, it's too fast. Can't do it. Like I could run that fast, but I was like, I don't feel like I could maintain it. So I ended up, and it was quite a busy race. There were a lot of us in the race, and I was sort of having to run in lane 3 for the first sort of 150, 200 meters. So it was a bit of a disaster, but I had a good race out of it. I mean, there was a lady who was in my first race, the one in Bristol in June, and she went round me about 200 to go. And I thought, no, I can't let her beat me. So I managed to hold on to her and get past her at the line. And my splits were actually quite even. I think the first lap was about 66, 67, and the second lap was about the same. So it showed that I had some strength. I just didn't have the speed. And I don't get it, because last week in training, we were running 67s, and they felt slower than that. So I don't know. And I was wearing trainers. Who knows? 3 seconds slower than I was aiming for. At least it was quicker than the one in the oval. So I'm not getting slower. I started on 2:13, then I went up to 2:15. Now I've gone back down to 2:14, and I'm feeling a bit run down. I think if I can just get more rest in, more sleep, less stress, get some more training in a month's time, hopefully I can come back and knock 4 seconds off of that, maybe even 5 seconds. I think I should be able to. It's in there somewhere. It's 9 o'clock now, it's getting dark. Got a long drive ahead, hour and 40 minutes probably, something like that. Oh, one more thing. This today is my 250th race according to my training log. My first race is in 2004. Distances between as low as 100 meters and as high as 30 kilometers. My best distance is 800, and that's the one that I'm focused on. After that, 1500. To celebrate 250 races, I'm gonna pig out on sweets and chocolate probably on the way home. That's today's video. Don't even know if you can see me because it's getting dark. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.